Hello class 6. We will continue with the chapter The Early Vedic Age, and this is the fourth video on the chapter. We will just, before continuing with the chapter, we will just quickly revise what we have learned so far about the early Vedic period. Now if we look at the early Vedic period, then we have to first know about the time when the Aryans, or this group of semi-nomadic tribal people, had entered India. They had arrived in India around 1500 BCE, and they had settled in the northwestern part of India. This group of people, they had come all the way from Central Asia. They were the tribal people, semi-nomadic, that is, they used to move from one place to another, and they were pastoralists, that is, they were in search of, or they were looking for good pasture or grazing lands for their cattle, because cattle was a very important thing for them. It was the means of wealth, that is, they considered that cattle as a wealth. And we also find that there were frequent conflicts between the different groups of these tribal people who had entered regarding cattle and possession of pasture land. They had arrived roughly around 1500 BC. So 1500 to 500 BC is known as the Vedic age. During this time, we find that there has been a gradual transformation of the people who called themselves as the Aryans. This Indo-Aryans, or the group of people who had entered India around 1500 BC, from there till 500 BC, we find that there had been a gradual transformation of the social, political and economic life of the people. And there were some changes, and according to the changes that we find, this entire Vedic age, that is from 1500 to 500 BCE, has been divided into two groups, that is two parts, the early Vedic age and the later Vedic age. 1500 to 1000 BC is known as the early Vedic age, whereas from 1000 to 500 BC is known as the later Vedic age. And this entire period, that is from 1500 to 500, is known as the Vedic age. This group of people who called themselves the Aryans, they had brought the Sanskrit language with them. Now, next we will know what are the sources of information about this period. If we look at the sources of information, then we find that the main sources of information are the Vedas, that is the sacred text of the Aryans, the Brahmanas, the Aryanas, Upanishads, the Sutras, Puranas, and the epics Ramayana and Mahabharata. So these are the main sources of information that tells us about the Vedic age. Obviously, as the Vedas are the main source of information, so this period is also known as the Vedic age. The Vedas are four in number, that is the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sam Veda and Atharva Veda. The Rig Veda is the oldest one, and it is the main source of information about the early Vedic period. So the early Vedic period is also known as the Rig Vedic period, because we get all the information about the early Vedic age from the Rig Veda. So it is also known as the Rig Vedic period. And we also know that the Aryans, they had settled in the northwestern part, or in the Saptasindhu region, and this was the place they had mainly occupied. Later on, there was a gradual shifting of the people, which you will learn in the later Vedic age. So when we look at the society, what we see that the family was the basic unit. It was patriarchal, that is, the male member was given more importance. The eldest male member was the head of the family. He was called the Grihapati. There was the system of joint families, that is, several generations of people, they lived together under the same roof. There were frequent hymns or prayers in the Rig Veda that are offered, or that are meant for the great sons in the family, which again is an information about the patriarchal society. But at the same time, we find that in the early Vedic age, women were also given equal importance. They were treated equally. There were women scholars. They were allowed to decide, or they were allowed to take part in philosophical discussions. They could choose their husbands. Child marriage was not known. Widow remarriage was allowed. Another important feature of the early Vedic society was that of the Varna system, that is the fourfold division of the society. But we have to keep in mind that this division was based on occupation that the person carried out, and not on birth. So this Varna system, of the class that emerged, it was interchangeable. It was flexible in nature, as it was determined by the occupation that the person carried out. Then we had also learned about the religious life of the people. That is, the three important gods were Agni, Indra, Agni and Varun. There were few female gods, and the Aryans, they used to worship the gods in open air by offering, by chanting hymns and offerings. They were giving offerings to the god, and the Brahmins were the ones who used to perform the yajnas of the sacrifices. Today we will learn about the economic life of the early Vedic age. Now, economic life means that is the occupations of the society. If we look at the occupations, that is, we know that cattle rearing was the main occupation of the people. That is, they were not, what we can say, they were not dependent on agriculture. Agriculture was not the main occupation of the people in the early Vedic age. Cattle rearing was the main occupation. That is, cattle was the most valued possession. That is, it was considered as the main form of wealth. So we find that there are frequent prayers in the Rig Veda for cattle. So that shows us that it was the early Vedic period was the pastoral community economy that was based on cattle rearing. Cattle was considered to be the main source of wealth, and there are prayers in the Rig Veda that are meant for cattle. So it tells us that agriculture was not the main occupation, but cattle rearing was the main occupation of the people during the early Vedic age. But when we will read about the later Vedic age, we will find that there had been a gradual change in it. Next occupation is that of agriculture. It is not that they did not practice agriculture. Agriculture was also practiced by the early Aryans, but it was not the main occupation. They used to cultivate the land by using wooden plough. And how do we know? Again, the Rig Veda gives us the information that wooden ploughs was used by the people, early Aryans, for agriculture. And they also had knowledge about the seasons and which promoted agriculture. That is, they had a very good idea about different seasons, because according to the seasons they used to carry out agriculture, or they used to grow crops. So first occupation, that of cattle rearing, second agriculture, and last we have the crafts. The Indo-Aryans, they practiced many crafts like that of the, there were artisans in the society like that of carpenter, chariot maker, weaver, leather worker and potter. Metal work was also known to the people. That is, in the early Vedic age, people, carpenters, chariot makers, because chariot racing was quite common among the people. So chariot maker was there, weavers were there who used to weave cloths, leather worker and potters were also there. It is not that the Aryans did not know about metal work, they also knew about metal work. So the main occupations of the people were that of cattle rearing, agriculture. Along with that, there were several crafts that the Aryans used to do, or we can say there were several artisans like that of the carpenter, weaver, leather worker, and also the one who used to make things out of metal. So that was about occupation. Next we come to the political life of the people. So we have learned about social, economic, and the next part of this chapter is that about the political life of the people. The political life, if we are talking about, it was a very organized structure that the Aryans had. They had also had a king, Rajan, there were Sabha and the Samiti which helped the king. But we will learn about it, about the political life, in our next video. So for today, we will keep up to this much. We have learnt about the economic occupations of the people of the early Aryans. In our next video, we will learn about the political life of the Aryans. Thank you.